In this video, I will discuss various applications of VSP method in different disciplines like exploration, reservoir engineering, and drilling. I will also talk about VSP versus vertical and spatial seismic resolution. I mean how VSP helps to improve seismic resolution. Remember, in the last video of this playlist, I talked about different types of VSP method and each VSP type was discussed along with its application range. However, this video is about general application across the various fields. Here we go. Borehole seismic has evolved into a powerful technology for 3D imaging and reservoir characterization. It can provide much higher definition images of the reservoir rock than surface seismic methods and image the reservoir areas surrounding a wellbore far beyond the reach of logging techniques. One of the benefits of VSP is that it provides greater vertical and spatial resolution than surface seismic methods. However, it has much smaller lateral depth of investigation. Before talking more about seismic resolution, first I will define some terms like what seismic resolution is and how we can define vertical and horizontal resolution. So first I will start with what is seismic resolution. It can be defined in a very simple way. It is the ability to distinguish separate features. Or another way to talk about seismic resolution is that the minimum distance between two features so that the two can be defined separately rather than one. So what is vertical resolution? It can be defined as how far apart two interfaces vertically must be to distinguish separate reflections from them, or how thick a bed must be to allow distinguishable reflections from the bed's top and bottom. Vertical resolution follow the Rayleigh criteria, that is 1/4 of the wavelength in thickness. Now, the horizontal resolution refers to how close two reflecting points can be situated horizontally and yet be recognized as two separate points rather than one point. Vertical resolution depends on bandwidth, while horizontal resolution depends on the size of Fresnel zone. Remember, deconvolution recovers higher seismic frequencies and therefore improve vertical resolution, while migration helps to improve horizontal resolution by reducing the size of Fresnel zone. So I will start with VSP and vertical resolution. Inserting seismic sensors deep into oil and gas wells allow the recording of much higher frequencies as compared to placing sensors at the Earth's surface in case of surface seismic method. The reason for this is simple. Seismic waves have to propagate only once through a weathered layer in a confined zone near the source when geophones are placed in the wellbore deep into Earth. In contrast, during surface seismic surveys, waves must travel through the weather layer twice. And when waves travel twice from the weather layer, it means more attenuation of seismic frequencies and ultimately lower vertical resolution. Each travel of seismic wave from the weather layer results in attenuation of high frequencies much more than the lower frequencies, thus reducing the image resolution. The frequency content of borehole seismic is typically more than twice that of surface seismic, which provides an increase in subsurface resolution. I hope the concept should clear now that how VSP helps to improve the vertical resolution. When it comes to vertical resolution versus VSP, see where it lies. The vertical resolution is increasing in upward direction, while the area coverage or spatial depth of investigation is increasing in the horizontal direction. VSP has higher vertical resolution with surface seismic method and low resolution with respect to geophysical well logs and core plugs. On the other hand, methods have high vertical resolution like well logs and core data have lower spatial depth of investigation. We can see in the figure. These two methods have high resolution as compared to VSP method, but both have very small lateral depth of investigation as compared to VSP method. While surface seismic method has high area coverage, but has lower resolution as compared to VSP method. But VSP lies in between surface seismic and well logs method with respect to resolution. A lot of factors have been compared here in this slide between VSP and surface seismic methods. For example, if I start from left to right, there is a resolution, vertical resolution, then depth accuracy, and then area coverage, and then acquisition time and budget to acquire the data. Suppose if one method has high resolution, but at the same time, the other method has more spatial coverage. When when we have to map seismically more area, then of course we need more time and budget. We can see here in the figure, just like seismic have more spatial coverage, but less resolution as compared to VSP. And when we need to map a more area, then of course we need more acquisition time, and then we need more budget. While VSP has, of course, it has better resolution, so so it can provide more accurate depth, and it requires less time and less budget. In the previous discussion, I just talked about vertical resolution, but now I will discuss about horizontal resolution. It is also helping to improve horizontal resolution. The question is how? The answer is by reducing the size of Fresnel zone. As we know, horizontal resolution depends on on the size of Fresnel zone. Actually, the reflections recorded in a VSP suffers less attenuation as the distance to the target is shorter. The shorter distance is also implies that the Fresnel zone is smaller in case of VSP, leading to higher resolution, higher horizontal resolution compared to surface seismic methods. So the question is, what is a Fresnel zone? Fresnel zone has been shown here in the figure. See, we can see here, and it can be defined as it is a frequency and range dependent area of a reflector from which most of the energy of a reflection is returned, and arrival times differ by less than half a period from the first peak. Waves with such arrival times will interfere constructively and so be detected as a single event. That's why we might it might possible that we can miss a small structure in the subsurface or a small fault near the wellbore. Until now, I just talked about VSP and resolution. Now, the other benefits of VSP method. The first one is it improves velocity analysis for surface seismic processing. With an accurate velocity model, as we know, velocities are used in a lot of seismic processing steps like NMO, stacking, seismic migration, etc. The question rises how it improves velocity model for surface seismic processing. The answer is we already know the depth of geophone in case of VSP, and once arrival time of reflection or direct event is recorded, we can measure or we can find the velocity by using the equation S is equal to VT in a more precise way. So finally, we have more improved velocities, and then we can use these velocities for our surface seismic data processing. The second point is here, 3-component geophone capture all wave modes, providing shear and compressional images. Normal geophone only record one component, while multi-component geophones record both vertical and horizontal component of motion. After placing multi-component geophones in the wellbore, we can record shear waves. The third point is it provides high resolution images and attributes beneath and away from the from well for interwell reservoir imaging. I have already talked about resolution even throughout this playlist. The fourth point is high resolution images of reservoir boundaries, salt flank imaging, and fault identification in complex area. VSP not only provides high vertical resolution, instead it also provides high horizontal resolution. So we can identify the minor faults or structures near the wellbore if these structures or faults have been missed in the surface seismic method. The last point is it provides bathymetry to fully image near wellbore formations and correlate to 3D surface seismic methods. So most of these points are linked with the seismic resolution, or a few points are linked with a more accurate velocity model. Here, I have classified VSP applications with respect to various fields like exploration, reservoir engineering, and drilling. So VSP applications in exploration fields are identifying seismic reflectors. Actually, in VSP, we have more accurate velocity model, and we can convert our data into depth domain more precisely. So we can identify our seismic reflectors where they are in the seismic section. Now, the second point, comparing VSP and synthetic or surface seismic data. It can be used for this purpose. Studying seismic amplitude. I will talk about this point in the next slide. Next is it can be used to determine the rock viscoelastic properties of rocks, such as seismic attenuation or quality factor. The third is investigating thin bed stratigraphy. Again, this point is linked with the seismic resolution. If we have high vertical resolution, we can identify the thin stratigraphy. Again, exploration applications include, it is possible to extract the true reflection coefficients used further for lithofluid interpretation. Actually, in VSP, we separate the downgoing, we can separate the downgoing and upgoing events. So through the separation of downgoing and upgoing wave fields and their relative amplitudes, it is possible to extract the true reflection coefficients used for lithological interpretation. The second point is another benefit of VSP is it can be used in estimating seismic anisotropy, which improves lithologic interpretation as well as increase the quality of seismic imaging. Seismic anisotropy can also be used in monitoring of fluid drainage pattern during production of oil and gas. Now, the application of VSP application in reservoir engineering and drilling. VSP not only has application in the exploration field, but also very useful in the field of reservoir engineering and drilling. So reservoir engineering and drilling applications include predicting depths of seismic reflectors. I have talked about it in the previous slides. Predicting rock conditions ahead of drill bit. We know when it can be used for this purpose. Actually, when we are using drill bit as a source and we have placed our geophone on the surface, then it can be used to see the conditions ahead of drill bits, defining the reservoir boundaries like walk away or sometime offset VSP can be used to define the reservoir boundaries, because these types of VSP method has more spatial coverage as compared to zero offset VSP. Then locating fault near the wellbore, as it provides more better resolution, and if there is a small fault that we have missed in case of surface seismic method, we can even identify such type of faults as well. It can be used for monitoring purpose in 4D seismic reservoir characterization, because it provides better high resolution and even some spatial coverage in case of walk away VSP. Describe reservoirs via seismic tomography. Suppose if we have number of wells in a same field or in a same reservoir, and we have conducted VSP in all these wells, then by using the VSP data, we can perform seismic tomography of reservoir rock. Predicting high pressure zone ahead of drill bit, and then detecting, it can be used for detecting man-made features. Fracturing will also affect seismic velocities. In fractures, velocities reduces Hence, VSP velocity measurements can be used in monitoring hydraulic fracturing as well. All right, well, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. In the next video, I will talk about other methods like check shot survey, its applications, and comparison between check shot and VSP. If you want to see more helpful videos in future, please subscribe the channel. That way you will get update and notifications anytime new content comes out. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up. I hope to see you again with more helpful videos in future. Take care. Bye bye.